What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Gardening with Barchuckin. I'm going to bring you along today, show you how my brother's worms are looking, and then we're going to upgrade it from a 7-gallon tote to a 14-gallon tote. So let's hop in, see how this first bin's looking. So this bin originally had castings in it. I brought it down for him, and in the castings there's cocoons, there's little baby worms. So I told him, I said, fill up half the side with paper and start feeding it. Hopefully those baby worms kind of migrate over, use the castings, and then you basically have a start to a worm bin. Oop, there's a guy on the side. I missed him, but there we go. Now I got him. And there's a little baby worm there too. There we go. Okay, so here's the bin. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll wipe on the side. It does have some worm castings, so there are worms in here, which is good. Oh, down here in this corner looks like so great. And they're pretty large, so that's a good sign. Oh yeah, very nice. It looks like he even put some type of potting mix that had perlite in it, but that's okay, good for aeration. And this is his bin, so little pistachio shell. Oh, here's an avocado. He's kind of got these little, if you want to call it like an avocado bomb. Wow, it's all castings. That's great. So he does a lot of juicing. So he has the pulp from the juice, and he actually packed it into these avocado shells and then put it in there. So that's pretty neat. I'm just going to take that tag off. To me, this moisture feels really good. It's not overly wet, and it's not dry. Call it damp. And all down in the corners, this is one of the reasons why I like to that I like to aerate the bins and get down, because all the worms end up kind of sometimes populating down in these little nooks and crannies and the corners of the bins. Like you can see how that's all packed with castings. Okay, that's awesome. What I'm going to do now is put this into this bin, and then I went ahead and I shredded up a little bit of paper that he did have on hand. So that can go on the bottom. This is all dry, as you've seen. It's got this new micro cut shredder, and you can see it really cuts down the size of the paper. Here's some of the old, shreddings. Let me see, and I got a few more. So that size versus that size, the surface area is much higher on these guys, so the worms can get to it a little faster. The smaller the pieces are, the faster the worms can get to it. So this new shredder will work really well for him and the worm bin. And what I'm going to do is just basically dump this guy in and then give it a little feeding. And when I went all around the edges, you see I didn't get to this middle, and you see how everything's kind of stuck there. I don't know what these are. A couple little, I don't know if they're cherries or grapes, but now they're going to be open. And then I'll go ahead and I'll try to bust up some of this, these castings to go ahead and, basically incorporate the air back into it. Here's the last little bit. Wow. Yeah, there's some nice looking worms in this. I'm actually glad I had the chance to do this for him. He actually has a buddy down right now. And I was kind of explaining some of the worm stuff to him. He really got a kick out of it. And then his wife was like, "We got to get worms." I said, "Well, if you start your outdoor compost, you will get worms." Let me go ahead. I'm going to wipe this down real quick, and I'll bring you right back. I got the old bin all cleaned up. I got another one of those little avocado bombs that has the ground up pulp from the food processor and the juicer, and I have an apple core from what I had down here. And then I found a bunch of avocado shells that he already did that to, and I just packed them with some bedding. So there's kind of 3 on the edge. And then I'm going to put this food down at the bottom here. Oh, I don't know if he has any ground up eggshell, but I have my worm chow mix that has a little ground up eggshell in it. Oh, I'll put a little bit on there, get that guy off of it, because the one thing's still frozen. Okay. Cover up those avocado shells. That should be pretty good there. And then what I'll do is my normal top that feeding area with a little bit of that worm chow. And then I have the paper towel that I used to kind of wipe out the other bin. I'll put that right there and let them know this is where the feeding is. So what I'll do is let them know to check this in 7 to 10 days. Check to see if there's any food left. If there isn't any food, go ahead and refeed. And then also to bring his camera just to see if that avocado is packed full of worms. He can take a few pictures, maybe a quick video for me, and then I can share it with you guys. Well, thanks for coming along, checking out this video. If you guys have any questions, don't forget, drop them down in the comments. His buddy was kind of interested in hearing some of the different things. If it sounds like an interesting question or something that kind of nobody's ever asked or thought of, I will go ahead and try to make a video to explain some of the questions. Thanks for coming along, checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.